I'm speaking about it every day because it's a reality. It's a sad reality of our country right now.
Yeah, well, a lot of that sort of legislation is a wolf in sheep's clothing because it purports to be kind and compassionate and to be solely for the benefit of people who are oppressed in some unfair manner. But there are sharks and crocodiles lurking beneath the surface, and it's not necessarily that easy to see them. And I think that's really been hard on center thinkers and people who are more on the right as well, because they get defeated often before they even have a chance to speak, because the woke crowd is extraordinarily good at setting the stage for the political discussion. We saw a lot of that in the debate, for example, in the last leaders debate.
You're absolutely right on that. And that's why now we are the only national political party that has a policy on gender identity. Can you believe that? For me, back 5 years ago, for me, that wasn't an issue. But now it's an issue, and we are speaking about that. When you have legislation, or here in Canada, when you have men that are saying that they're women with and going to a prison for women in the same prison, you have that in Canada. And when you have men that are in a competition against women in sport, and that's supposed to be normal. So that's why we needed to have a policy on that in our platform. And that's a policy that is very popular because we go back to the common sense. And I think there's a lack of common sense in our country right now. The common sense is not that common these days, but I'm speaking about it openly, and more people can understand that we want to live in a free society when you don't have any racial politics or identity politics or gender issues like that.
So you founded the People's Party of Canada in 2018. Is that correct? And that was dissatisfaction in part with the leadership of Andrew Scheer and with the Conservative platform in general. And so it's a radical move to start a new political party. And of course, people have pointed out, and I'm sure you were aware of this regardless, that one of the risks of doing that is that you split the vote, and that as a consequence, you move the probability of power more into the hands of people whose policies you might not agree with. And so why did you think that it was why did you think it was necessary, worth the risk and necessary? And do you feel, this is a few years later, that you were justified in that assumption?
Yes, I believe that it was the best political decision in my political career. I'm very pleased that we did it. But yes, at that time, when I was a conservative, and that was just after the leadership contest in 2017, I didn't win with 49% of the vote. And we had a very popular platform, very popular conservatives, free market, smaller government. And after a couple of months, I believe maybe 12 months, I was trying at that time to have the leadership of the Conservative Party of Canada to take some of our ideas that were very popular with the membership of the Conservative Party of Canada. And Andrew Scheer said publicly that when I'm speaking about policies, I'm speaking only for myself. I not engage the party, and the platform for the next election, the 2019 after that, will be a platform very different than the platform that I ran on for the leadership of the Conservative Party of Canada. So I said, why staying with a political party and running at the election of 2019 with a party when you don't believe in that platform? And for me, that party was not conservative, centrist, and a little bit centered to the left. And I said, when I resigned, this party, the Conservative Party of Canada, is intellectually and morally corrupt. And that's why I created the People's Party of Canada based on 4 principles: individual freedom, personal responsibility, respect, and fairness. And all our policies are in line with these principles. And we don't do politics by survey or polling. We believe that we have the right vision for this country. And we are speaking about what we believe openly with passion and conviction. And I believe that I will be able to have more support. But in the election, like you just said, Jordan, the 2019 election, that was the first election for the People's Party of Canada. And I didn't win my seat in vote. I was running as the leader and a People's Party candidate. We had 1.6% of the vote. 300,000 people voted for us. But for our first year, we did better than the Green Party of Canada because it took the Green Party of Canada 20 years and 6 elections to have more than 1.6% of the vote, and we did that in our first year. But the biggest argument coming from the Conservatives against us was the fact that, oh, don't vote for Bernier. You'll divide the vote. You're going to split the vote. And I can tell you that was very efficient. I saw people out west and all across the country. Maxime, we like your ideas, we like your platform, but our most important goal is to get rid of Justin Trudeau. We don't want to split the vote, so we won't support you. That argument was very efficient. But now we know that, they voted for, some Conservatives voted for the Conservative Party and Andrew Scheer, and they end up with Justin Trudeau. And now you have the same argument in 2021, but it is less effective because Aaron O'Toole now is more leftist than Andrew Scheer. And the party, if you look at the platform of the Liberal Party of Canada and the Conservative, they're the same on imposing a vaccine passport, woke culture, not balancing the budget. I can go on and go on. So people realize now a little bit more. Then, if you vote for Bernier, it is not a vote for the Liberals. It is a vote for yourself, for your values. And if Aaron O'Toole is winning, he will be like Justin Trudeau on the most important issues for the future of our country. So that argument is less effective. And I believe that's why also we are growing in the polls right now. As you know, the election will be this Monday. And I'm speaking about our freedom. I'm speaking about the fact that we have draconian measures that these government, not only the federal one, but the provincial ones are imposing on us. And that freedom of speech, freedom of expression, freedom of choice is very important in this campaign. And we are able to grow our support. I don't know what will be the result at the end of this campaign, but I can feel a kind of a momentum, and we'll see what will happen.
Where do you think